Good morning. It's Thursday, January 16th, about 6:30 a.m. Central Time. So overnight, the precious metals are higher following yesterday's explosive rally. This comes after the December consumer price inflation report eased concerns that inflation may be re-accelerating. So some overnight headlines that I'm watching here. You have gold trading near its highest level in a month with prices above the 50-day moving average, which acts as major support. Taking it to the charts, the 50-day moving average is 2669.30. So the precious metals long-term outlook remains bullish as long as we consolidate and stay above that level, which could trigger a run to many of the bank analysts' forecasts of $29.50 on up to about $3,000 an ounce. If you've ever wanted to explore trading futures contracts, the Chicago Mercantile Exchange has now launched a 1 ounce gold futures contract that's more capital efficient and more liquid than owning physical gold. Please email out to info@bluelinefutures.com if you'd like more information. So on Wednesday, we saw gold futures. It traded on up to $2,700 an ounce after the consumer price index, which excludes food and energy, two of the most volatile components here, rose 0.2% following reports that for 4 previous months, we've seen 0.3%. That signaled that U.S. officials may cut those rates a little bit faster than anticipated. So looking at U.S. Treasury yields and a dollar index, they both fell after the print. So you take it to the CME's Fed Watch tool. Now swap traders are pricing in a rate cut by July. This is a shift from last Friday where we saw the jobs data come out. 265,000 is where the headline number landed at. The expectations were for 155,000. That's when the outlook for the first interest rate cut was really pushed way out into 2025. Now with CPI coming down, that number gets brought back forward. If you watched the Metals Minute, the last few videos, I talked about if we do get some kind of acceleration in inflation data or weaker jobs print, weaker economic data, it could pull that path forward. That's why we saw an explosive move in the precious metals markets yesterday in many of the outside markets. Now, U.S. stock futures, they are extending their gains as you have earnings releases from Bank of America, which beat earnings results, lifting the shares in the pre-market. That's taking all the stock indices specifically higher. Now shifting over to energies, which we've been bullish on since late December, you have oil trading near a 5-month high as crude oil inventories, and it's something that we report on a daily and on a weekly basis. If you don't get the energy report, again, shoot out an email to info@bluelinefutures. We post this energy report every single day covering crude oil, natural gas, heating oil, and also the distillates. If you'd like more information on that, info@bluelinefutures.com. So looking at your setup here for the day, you do have gold futures up about $12 right now at 27.30. That's the middle of the range. The low in the overnight session, 27.20. The high of the overnight session is 27.40. So any kind of breakout and extension up over 27.50, we really could make another run up to that $2,800 level. We're going to want to keep an eye on both the Treasury yields and also the dollar index. The dollar index is back over 109.14, so not a great sign here for the setup on the metals markets, but metals have been quite resilient. You did have silver futures go up over $1 here yesterday, trading at 31.72. We're going to want to keep an eye on some of the resistance levels on the silver market as we've come up to about this level on up to about 32.50 before we've had some setback here. So my recommendation here that we'll be providing for our clients is going to be raising those stops, start trailing the stops up here as we do have more economic data coming out with initial claims. If we see a weaker initial claims number, meaning less people are filing these claims for unemployment, we could see the dollar index reaccelerate higher and we could see a small pullback in the metals markets. Now looking at other markets broadly, we do have Bitcoin futures, which breached over that $100,000 mark, pulling back just a touch. We have soybean futures and agricultural futures all pulling back here on some favorable weather shifts down in South America. You are having copper futures pulling back here just slightly after hovering up to 440, and platinum futures strung together 3 straight days of losses, so we'll see if that can recover as well. Looking at those energy markets here, crude oil futures about $78 a barrel, and natural gas futures remain firm at $4.15. Again, if you have any questions on futures or option trading, give me a call at 312-858-7303. Remember, futures and option trading does involve risk of loss, and it may not be suitable to all investors. Good luck, good trading.